Former Idaho lawmaker Aaron von Ellinger took the witness stand this morning. Von Ellinger calling his relationship with Jane Doe pleasant and going into great detail about the dinner and the events that followed. Our Jake Garcia was in the courtroom again today and joins us live from the Ada County Courthouse. Jake, where do things stand as of right now?
Well, Don, we're actually approaching the 5th hour mark of jury deliberation. They went into deliberation just before 1 o'clock. But actually this morning, Von Ellinger did take the stand. Yesterday there was some questions if he would or not, but he did take the stand this morning describing his version of the events. And I'm not going to go into detail about what he said, but Von Ellinger did say that a consensual sexual encounter occurred and that he confirmed some of the statements Jane Doe had said in other reports, that she was not ready and not on birth control, saying he was okay with that. But when the prosecution cross-examined Ellinger, the attorney asked him why he would ask a house intern out on a dinner date in the first place.
If it wasn't for romantic purposes and it wasn't for networking purposes, what was it for?
You know, a first date is not necessarily meant to be romantic. If things go well, you know, things can become romantic, but two friends can get together for dinner if they feel like they like each other and they agree to it, then why not?
And prosecuting attorney Caitlin Farley did say that he was told why not when another lawmaker warned him about his behavior. Once again, the jury left before deliberation just before 1. They were told not to consider Jane Doe's testimony. She appeared briefly yesterday, but the judge said they have to act like she did not appear in the room at all. Now, the defense argues that the state did provide enough information or evidence for conviction, but this jury is still in deliberation. Now, if he is convicted, he could face up to life in prison and have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. Reporting live at the Ada County Courthouse, Jake Garcia, Idaho News 6.
Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Hello again, everyone. Temperatures hitting the upper 50s to low 60s today. 58 to 60 about Burley at 60. 60 in Jerome today as well. Had a few sprinkles early on. There's been a couple of showers. You see here the latest Doppler radar shows most of the showers north and west of the Magic Valley, though one could sweep through a little bit later this evening. We're going to keep a close eye on that. In the meantime, there's a wind advisory in effect for tomorrow, basically. It's tonight, but also tomorrow. So 9 p.m. tonight through 3 p.m. tomorrow. 25 to 35-mile-an-hour wind, gust of 55 at times. You see that strong wind gust coming through. This will be in a couple of hours here, about 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to sweep that on through. Forecast for the rest of the evening near 60 degrees. Forecast coming up for tomorrow. The wind will be whipping with high temperatures in the 50s, but a lot of sunshine.
Fentanyl, a highly addictive opioid, is a growing problem in Idaho. On Wednesday, officials with the governor's Operation Esto Perpetua talked with regional law enforcement in Weiser about the impact of fentanyl in their community and how the state can help.
Operation Esto Perpetua, a state-led initiative launched by Governor Brad Little earlier this year, aims to combat the inflow of fentanyl and meth into Idaho. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid up to 100 times more potent than morphine, making it highly addictive and deadly.
Buying one of these fentanyl pills off of the street has almost double the chances of you dying as playing Russian roulette.
Local law enforcement say the mass of drugs coming into the Gem State is pushing their departments to the limit.
2 years ago, we had 0 fentanyl pill cases. Last year, we had 3,000. And right now, in this quarter alone, we've had over 10,000 pills that we've seized from January to now.
Law enforcement is Idaho's first line of defense against fentanyl, but officials say education and awareness are critical. From Weiser, I'm Madison Hardy, Idaho News 6.
Next week, Shoshone Falls will be colorfully illuminated for the return of Shoshone Falls After Dark. Due to drought conditions, Idaho Power has agreed to expand scenic flows for just 4 nights. Shoshone Falls will be opened up to the public from May 5th to the 8th. More dates are expected at the end of the month. You can find a link to buy tickets at idahonews6.com.
The governor of Idaho is commissioning a brand new visitor center for the Thousand Springs State Park.
In this beautiful facility here, this incredible location on this very unique piece of geography, is very important for Idaho.
Governor Brad Little visited Thousand Springs State Park and the Hagerman Fossil Beds National Monument to open a new $2.3 million visitor center. Governor Little spoke about the value of having recreational centers like this one.
Idaho's famous for keeping and attracting people that want to have abundant outdoor experiences. These kind of quality recreational experiences are incredibly important.
The Visitor Center consolidates the 6 units of the Thousand Springs State Park and allows better access to the Hagerman fossil beds. Eric Barr and Christopher Patano are the architects who designed the center, and Patano says the design for efficiency and comfort went into the making.
So even on a cooler winter day, it's going to get solar access and be warmer, but it's covered with sunshades so that on a hot summer day, it's a comfortable place to hang out. Another feature is that it's an all-electric building, which is better for the environment and a good move when you're in the middle of hydropower country.
Barr says the new center can now be a focal point of Hagerman, the Hagerman fossil beds, and Thousand Springs State Park.
This has become, in a way, kind of a nucleus for those 3 entities to kind of come together. And it's been fun to work with all of them. We've really enjoyed it.
Susan Buxton is the director of the Idaho Department of Parks and Recreation and says the center will become the hub and the central place where visitors learn about what the area offers so they can plan which adventures to experience. Isaiah Sharp, Idaho News 6.
Take Idaho News 6 with you. Download the app from your app store. We'll be right back. Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Well, the blue on this map represents cooler than normal temperatures. We've had it for some time, and as we go through the next several days, you see a little red trying to show up. So a slight chance of temperatures coming up, but the blue keeps overtaking until we get to early next week, Monday and Tuesday. Look at this. We start to warm up, and temperatures are actually going to be getting into the 70s in my extended forecast. I'll show you that. So this was a loop of throughout the evening here. You saw the few of those showers and thunderstorms that popped up in some places, tracking off to the north and to the east, mostly east of the northern Magic Valley and into southeast Idaho. Everything rotating around a storm system right here in central portions of Idaho, keeping the rain and snow here, but drying things out from southwest to east. And we've got some wind already cranking in. We've had it during the evening. We're going to have more wind overnight. The bigger picture shows the drier weather coming in for the day tomorrow. On Saturday, I think we're going to start out, we're going to be mostly dry, but Saturday night, I think this rain's going to make its way in. Then on Sunday, we're probably going to keep the rain, scattered showers around as well. So Saturday night and Sunday, but best day is probably going to end up being Saturday. And then on Monday, another system is moving in. That one probably won't hit us with much in the way of moisture, maybe a chance for showers, certainly some cloud cover. Here is that future cast as we look at it here from earlier in the evening, and it goes right through with those showers that push on through. And here we are with the drier weather pushing its way in for the day tomorrow. That's the sunshine, but ooh, that wind's going to be whipping. So it'll be a kind of a cool day. If you're going for a walk, you have to bundle up again. Doesn't seem like we want to get the warm side of spring yet. We're still keeping it well below normal, but that's good because it's helping us to conserve the moisture. Lots of sunshine in Sun Valley for the day tomorrow. Look at Saturday and Sunday. Chance of some rain showers coming in later in the day on Saturday. On Sunday, some morning snow and then rain and snow showers later on. We may start drying out towards the middle part of the week. It gets nice, but there's still a chance for lingering showers during the day on Monday. Here's my northern Magic Valley forecast coming up for tomorrow. Mostly sunny and windy. That's going to be the key. It's going to be this way everywhere. Look at these temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60. That's comfortable, but the wind is going to be not as comfortable, we'll call it. 60 in Hagerman, 57 in Twin Falls. The wind is going to be whipping around from the west, clearing skies, so some morning clouds in the Burley Rupert area. The temperatures getting into the low to mid 50s, and then we'll see again that sunshine increasing throughout the day, but the wind really howling, especially in the eastern Magic Valley where the wind advisory is for tomorrow through 3 p.m. Wind gusts over 45 to maybe even 55. I tend to think more of the 45 variety likely to be moving in. So windy tomorrow, 57, and then Saturday, maybe some sun early, but a lot of cloud cover quickly with a chance of showers later. And Saturday night it's likely to rain. And then on Sunday, rain only mostly in the morning, I should say. A good 70% chance, but there's a chance it could dry out later in the day. It's a tough call. Wood River Valley, you're probably going to keep the moisture going all the way through Sunday with that rain, snow. Near 70 Monday. So look at this. We have 50s Friday, 60s Saturday, then 50s on Sunday, then 60s, then 50s on up and down all the way through Tuesday, and then it's up. 60s Wednesday, mid-70s on Thursday. Enjoy it.
Get the latest from Idaho News 6 anytime. We'll be right back. This is Idaho News 6.
Every winter, millions of people head to the mountains to enjoy snow sports.
But these activities like skiing and snowmobiling are vulnerable to a changing climate. Our environmental reporter Geneva Zoltek joins us with more on the local impact.
The season is about wrapped up for Idaho's 18 ski areas, and a current view of Bogus Basin shows remnants of an unusual snow season where a majority of the snow visible from the valley actually fell after the ski season initially ended. Warmer winters and declining snowpack. It's been tracked through the decades, and this year was a prime example.
It's been an unusually strange winters.
Strange is a word many people would use to describe this past season, including Brad Wilson. And he should know, as the manager of Bogus and a lifetime skier, he's basically a professional weather watcher.
We've been watching the weather. We've been watching the snow melt.
Heavy December snowfall made both powder hounds and water watchers optimistic after last year's drought. But then record low precipitation and heat the first 3 months of 2022.
March kind of turned the heat up, and then we had back-to-back weeks of well above average temperatures, and then that just kind of put the kibosh to the late season skiing.
Unpredictable winters are standard for the ski industry, according to National Ski Areas Association spokesperson Adrian Isaac.
When you look at ski areas, we're really good at operating in uncertainty. For decades, the ski area's #1 driver of business, which is snow, is something that we can't control.
But beyond the normal fluctuation of weather patterns in the Rockies, climate change adds an additional uncertainty.
As the models show us, if we do nothing, then not just skiing, but outdoor recreation in general is threatened, especially as weather events get more extreme.
Since the early 1980s, annual maximum snow mass has decreased by as much as 41% in the mountainous West. Shorter snow sports seasons are one result.
So that average opening date, which used to be before Thanksgiving, is now in early December. And so there's clearly a trend that we're seeing nationally, well, we're seeing worldwide, where the winters are getting shorter.
In the future, more rain and less snow will fall in the winter with warmer temps, according to University of Idaho research. And fewer people visit ski resorts during low snow years, 4 to 36% less than high snowfall years, depending on the state and region. A study conducted by the Natural Resource Defense Council estimates revenue loss at $43.2 million during low snowfall years in Idaho. And it's not just changing precipitation that could impact Idaho's ski resorts.
The thing about climate change is that you don't even really need to look 30 years in the future. If you just look at the last few summers and the extreme wildfire events that we've seen in the Mountain West.
A 2020 wildfire caused significant infrastructure damage to Soldier Mountain. Research suggests Rocky Mountain forests will likely experience more than a 175% increase in burned area by mid-century under a moderate emission scenario.
And the cost of cleaning up after a natural disaster is astronomical.
Hundreds of ski areas operate in the U.S. All are susceptible to shifting environmental conditions. A troubling trend that's set to continue.
You know, we just have to take it seriously. It's not something that's going to go away by itself.
Geneva Zoltek, Idaho News 6.
To watch these stories again, go to idahonews6.com. We'll be right back.
When you think of colon cancer, do you think Americans over 50? Well, maybe you should think again.
There's a side of America you may not have heard about. These are the millions of Americans under the age of 40 battling to save their lives.
I actually had a doctor tell me, and this is a quote, "People like you don't get cancer," end quote. And so of course I'm thinking, okay, you're right, like I have all the right lifestyle choices, and I'm a vegan.